Your side news at 5:30.
Week 5 of Touchdown Friday gets underway later tonight right here on 9 on your side. We'll have highlights from 16 high school football games from across the East, including Hertford County visiting South Central. Falcons are flying high thanks to the play of junior quarterback Caleb Woodley. But it's what Caleb's gone through off the field that makes his success even more remarkable. September 8th, 2017, South Central visits North Pitt in week 4 of the high school football season. The Falcons trailed 7-0 late in the first half when Caleb Woodley throws this touchdown pass to tie the game. Then he'd throw 3 more as South Central goes on to win 40-7. Not bad for a junior making his first varsity start. Even more incredible considering what Caleb went through starting late last year.
I started feeling like I was always sweaty. After a couple of days I was fine. And then I just had my first seizure.
That was December 30th. They checked him out, full neurology exam, did a CAT scan.
A couple of days later, I had another one, fell out of my chair, and then a few months later, I'm in the hospital, not knowing where I was.
After the second seizure, he never regained consciousness, which is one of the ways I think they said they kind of knew encephalitis was probably the culprit.
Encephalitis, a sudden onset inflammation of the brain caused by a virus. Caleb would be put into a medically induced coma for 5 weeks. His prognosis unknown.
I actually asked him, what do we do if he doesn't make it? So yeah, there was a time when that was in the forefront.
In all, he spent 9 weeks in intensive care, but despite the odds, Caleb woke up and he had one thing on his mind.
My first response was, am I going to be able to play football again? That was my first response.
Trying to get into the, can I play football? We were still trying to wrestle with life.
Yeah.
You've been asleep for 2 months, and so football. We told him, if you recover, and that was really the kind of thing. If you recover fully, then they say that football's doable.
Once out of the hospital, physical therapy and rehab began, with football the driving force to work even harder. And that takes us back to that game at North Pitt. He takes over as the starting quarterback after an injury to the normal starter during practice. Caleb throws for 292 yards and 4 touchdowns in the blowout win.
I was very nervous, but knowing how great my teammates are, it kept my confidence up. That really helped me a lot.
I was very excited for him. As a mom, the nerves get to you whether your kid's been through what Caleb's been through or not, just because you want them to do well out there. And it was so neat to see him with all of the nurses that came out from the pediatric intensive care unit from Vidant. That was neat because he remembers some of them.
An incredible moment for sure, but that's just the latest chapter in Caleb's story. He's beaten the odds once, and he's focused on doing it again in another way.
My ultimate goal is to become a professional football player. Ever since I saw that first football game, I was like, that looks really fun. That's what I want to be. I want to be that quarterback to lead the team.
Caleb has a backup plan if pro football doesn't work out. He tells me he'd go into the ministry just like his father. Be sure to check out Caleb and his South Central team, plus many more games from across the East tonight at 11:05 on Touchdown Friday.